each vessel packs more firepower than the entire US Navy had in World War II, and many of the planes can fly more than twice the speed of sound. The CBS 48 Hours team boarded the USS Kennedy as it set sail from New York Harbor for flight operations off America's East Coast. What they discovered was that life as a Top Gun is every bit as exciting as they make out in the movies.
Soon speed 1.4.
Okay.
Herb Brown first shipped out with the Navy as an ordinary seaman.
Yeah, she's starting to move.
Now, he's in command of the Kennedy.
Ready to go to sea?
Captain, tell me what the mission of the John F. Kennedy is.
Well, I think I'm going to get in trouble with this answer, so be ready to cut this out. But my opinion is I think the mission of this ship is to ensure that my grandchildren speak English and not Russian. And I know that's not popular in our country today.
You don't buy the idea that the Cold War is over.
I see the Soviet capability today exactly what it was a year ago. No, sir, I don't see them changing. We need to train hard, and we train the ship very, very hard. We're hard on ourselves, and we're hard on the machine in order to have the ship ready to fight.
You can't be scared of the deck. If you're scared of the deck, you shouldn't be on it. Most of them are fearless.
The first time I went on the flight deck, I was scared to death. I was 18 years old, just out of high school. It was like in The Wizard of Oz. I wasn't in Kansas no more.
This is some of the most dangerous 4.5 acres under American control. A floating airport packed with 85 warplanes.
First time I was up there, I was scared of getting sucked up into an airplane. I was scared of getting blown down by airplanes. I was scared of getting burned by the exhaust. Standing in the wrong spot, maybe getting run over by an airplane.
Aircraft all over the place. Launching, recovery. It was great.
Airplanes are flown onto and off of the Kennedy with the precision and speed of a jet-powered ballet.
Heads up, we're going to be launching a Banner aircraft. People stay out of the port and walk forward. Stay clear of the foul line. Right now, nobody else crossed the landing area. We're making a ready deck.
307's the trap. This is the hub of the flight operations on the carrier. Gear fuel primary, what's the problem over there? This is the hot seat.
Commander John Warren is the Kennedy's air boss.
The air boss is the choreographer for this whole ballet. We got one fixed wing to go. This time you'll be a trap.
5 knots is the trap, time 4E.
But the people that are on the deck are the people that make the flight deck run.
Take me through who's who on the flight deck. There are all these people wearing different colored jackets.
The true heads of the flight deck are the yellow shirts. They're the directors. Then you have brown shirts. They do the daily and turnaround maintenance on the aircraft. Blue shirts, they're the ones that carry the chocks and chains.
And the red shirts?
They handle weapons. White indicates some sort of safety, quality assurance, or final check. Purple shirts, they're great. Their responsibility is to make sure that all the aircraft are fueled.
And the men who wear green work on one of the 4 catapults, 2 million horsepower slingshots that can blast a 65,000-pound airplane from 0 to 150 miles per hour in 2 seconds.
Is there anything that scares you about this job? They're 19-year-old kids.
I think that the thought of losing a life on the flight deck scares me.
He's training to be a top 5 safety petty officer. He's responsible for hooking each and every one of these planes up, making sure they're hooked up properly, they get off the flight deck. If he screws up, He kills himself, he can kill me, he can kill both the pilots in the plane, or he can take out a whole number of people. You've got to know what you're doing.
What can happen up here?
Just about anything you can imagine.
Lieutenant Tom Stubblefield is a shooter responsible for firing aircraft off the catapults.
The A-7 has a very low intake, as you can see, and you have to stay fairly far back from it to avoid becoming a piece of mincemeat. It's a people eater here.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
This will suck you up. Suck you right in here?
You better believe it.
I've seen it with this type of plane. The guy was just walking around the flight deck nonchalantly and walked right in front of one and it sucked him right up.
Mike Terry is one of Stubblefield's men.
You saw that happen?
Yeah.
And he just went right...
Went right in. Last thing you seen was his feet going through.
What happens then?
They'll clean it up and we'll start right back up. We still got a job to do, so we're still going to do that.
Okay, on the pod walk down. I need your help today.
Move down. Go. Go.
What is everybody doing?
They're engaged in the morning ritual called the FOD walk down.
What's FOD?
FOD is the acronym for Foreign Object Damage, and it's basically anything that's out here that's not supposed to be out here. At least 2 or 3 people checking the scuppers all the way down and around.
So, I mean, this is serious business.
That's very serious business. But we lost a jet aircraft engine the last time we were out here. I mean, there's several $1 million you're talking about. And we lost it to a bolt that big.
For the 1415 launch.
That's our call.
What are we going to see this morning?
Today is going to be a series of launches starting about 9:30 in the morning. We'll run through to midnight. We're going to come out here, start the aircraft. There'll be people running all over the place. Aircraft will start to taxi. These jet blast deflectors will go up and down. We'll put them on the catapults as they get there, set up for launches, and we'll send them flying.
It's going to be rock and roll up here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Launch assembly complete. Keep count 1 over.
So how'd that go?
What, that went pretty damn well. Everybody that we started with is still here.
Yeah. See, normally you'd say, gee, you guys make it look easy. But you don't.
Well,
it looks tough.
It is tough. As you saw, it started raining, and the deck gets covered with grease, it gets slick, the airplane starts sliding around, and it's not easy.
I like that style thing that you have. You just jump up in the air.
Gotta have style. Style's very important. Everybody hot dogs it a little bit. Don't you see the style these guys put on their deck edge turns? Talk about your prima donnas.
Well, wait a minute. They're not the only prima donnas here. I saw you.
Well, sure. That's right. I mean, you're putting on a show in addition to the fact that you're launching airplanes. I mean, Captain doesn't like it if you look like a geek. You know, I've heard him say to a guy, either jump like a man or keep your feet on the deck. You know, so...
and you?
Yeah, he never said it to me.
You jump like a man.
I tried to.
Every time a plane leaves, we did it. You know, we created that event.
Well, the pilots fly it.
Pilots fly it, but they're just secondary. They're not flying if we're not doing our job.
And as you're doing your maintenance, you think, boy, I'm tired, you know, this, I don't know if I can take it very much longer. But then
Heads up on the street. Heads up on the street.
you get into a launch and you're like, your adrenaline starts pumping, and you're just loving it.
We just got a green beacon. The shooter just gave the signal to hook up. The old back man down here is saying, take tension, they're taking tension on the aircraft. They're coming out with thumbs up. The shooter has control.
It's exciting. I mean, you can get hurt doing it, and that's, people like that.
Watching for them to launch. He goes to 05 afterburner.
Let's face it, why do people drive race cars? Or climb mountains or jump out of airplanes? You get that little emotional lift, I guess. I don't know. It makes life worth living and doing. And
I mean, danger is something for you?
it's something for everybody. I mean, you know, the feeling that you've cheated death again is a good one.
See, I'd imagine some people are watching you now thinking that man is stone crazy to do that for a living. Well, are you crazy?
I don't think so.